Our mission is group economics, uplift ourselves because I can't empower anyone until I empower myself, and change from just being willing because it's in my heart and my passion to see my people succeed and see us do better and change the social order, because I know that we are not supposed to be on bottom. I understand who I was. I know I didn't fall out of the sky and land on a plantation. So when you have knowledge of self and you know who you are and what you come from, it's frustrating more than anything to see us in this position.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. live on Big Exposure.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty when he rants about his staff.
I agree. Can you come on? I told you stop touching that button. Why is it so loud? God. Did you turn one all the way up again? Do I have to come in there? God damn her. If it was going right, I would let you do your part, but I'm sorry, but it's just not functioning the way it's supposed to be. You're live on the air. I told you about your business.
Well, Monty, if I can comment on the Jennifer Holiday situation, I know I'm live on the air. I'm sorry, 1 second. Okay. I know I'm live on the air. This is why this whole show is called Talk Lately. Anyway, let's get back to every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
Listen to Elizabeth Warren talking about Black lives and Black life.
Police are not occupying armies. This is America, not a war zone. I speak today with full knowledge that I have not personally experienced and can never truly understand the fear, the oppression, and the pain that confronts African Americans every day.
Don't you just want to kill yourself? I mean, not from what she was saying, but from the music that was playing in the background. I just want to, oh gosh, but every word she said was prolific, and it did not come from what is now becoming mainstream as white privilege. She has a sensibility about her, and the way she speaks about different things that has, from the first time I saw her, I can't remember what state she's in. I think she's in like North Carolina or something like that, somewhere I'm not going. That some kind of sensibility about her that makes me like her for president. But she's not running. We have this old guy that looks like he should be on the popcorn box. Then we have Martin O'Malley. Fine. We'll settle if we must. Hillary, who I like, but she just has to fight against all this controversy, and that's the hard part of it all. Then we have Huckabee.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange radio show.
I'll let you speak on it. You know it better than I do.
All right, thank you, Nate. So the Say It Loud Film Festival is happening on April 16th, which is next Saturday from noon to 10 p.m. at nighttime. And we have partnered up with the No Boundaries Coalition. So I got to tell you the address real quick. It's 1947 Pennsylvania Avenue, which is where the Jubilee Arts Center is located. So we've partnered up with the No Boundaries Coalition, and the No Boundaries Coalition hosts an annual block party right there where we're going to be having the film festival.
Okay.
This is the 9th annual Boundary Block Party, and they are providing shuttle buses to take people to the voting booths because the Maryland primaries open on that same April 16th date that we're having the film festival and the block party. So we're going to be partnering up and promoting each other, and there's going to be these shuttle buses taking people to the voting booths to go vote, and we're going to have live music, live poetry, live dancing from a local high school, and then the films start at 7 p.m. at nighttime. So that's basically what's going on for the Say It Loud Film Festival in West Baltimore.
Tune into the Artist Exchange every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice Products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice Products today.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
If you had a dream venue, where would that be? Like, some people want to do Carnegie Hall or like a big stadium somewhere.
I want to go with Madison Square. I wanna feel that building.
So you just gonna shoot for the moon.
I want to feel it. I want to look out and just feel the vibration of all of those people there to be uplifted and all of that, because that's what I want to do for people.
So are you dancing? Are you...
I want to implement that. I think I want to start doing some blocking. Like, not like, tear it up. But just like a
little 1-2.
A little, not voguing, but kind of the essence of it. Very posy and, hit the mark. Yeah, we're not trying to like bust out sweats.
So that's mean you don't have the dance gene in you.
I can dance.
Okay.
That's not what I want to do.
I can dance. But I'm not, trying to give that. That's not my lane. I want to keep it really kind of a retro feel with like the new school with a retro feel. Like
Okay. Little Banji Soul.
Yeah.
People gonna start using that.
Right. And they should.
Little Banji Soul. Yeah. But this market, so people know, like this was mine.
This where it came from. Because people was queens out here now that was princesses last week. They was princesses before my album dropped. Now they queen or something. Like, pinky up.
I cannot.
Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Artist Exchange Live.
The Artist Exchange. The Artist Exchange.
The Artist Exchange.
Starts now.
30 seconds. Like, I feel like right now.
It's this time gonna fly by. It's gonna fly by.
You see me just like
Welcome to the Artist Exchange Radio Show Part 2. If you was on the journey from 5 to 7, you're definitely here now. We're here live at the Be Exposed Radio Studio. We have a packed house. Once again, I was like, it's not gonna be that many people, but now we have a packed house. I got Miss Sweet Baby joined us.
Happy Friday, y'all.
She was this man, right? He ready for a controversy. He's ready. Let me find out. But she was making them 9 to 5 ducats for the first show, and now she's here.
I'm here.
She's gonna keep up the energy because I feel it.
I'm turned up. Like, I missed last week, so I'm here for it. I'm here for the ride.
There we go.
We go.
We go. And then we got HullyWood.
Hey, how y'all doing out there?
This is every Friday. He puts the sexy voice. Right, exactly. You saw that. But joining us for the second go round with a song is Mr. Dumarsais. I said it right. Thank you. Thank you. That was practice.
I appreciate it.
So she asked me 2 months ago. I've been practicing. But he's been here. We're gonna talk about what he has new. He has a new single that dropped out the 26th, right? The 26th, called what's the name of it? It's
called Pick
Up the Call. I want to say call me so much. Call me, Lord, call me. And you've been hearing it in our post. You've been hearing a little snippet. We'll give you a taste of it because it's a legit song. So I ain't trying to get Facebook to close me down. Shut up shop. Right. But that was his single from his new album, Call Me. That's the album, right?
No.
What is the Call Me part? I did.
Pick up the call.
The hashtag was Call Me.
The call.
Yeah, the call. What is wrong with me today?
It's all right.
Don't do 2 shows back to back because then you become delirious. The call.
The call, yeah.
And the single was Pick Up.
Yes, sir.
There we go. I got it right this time. But I mean, I really like the song.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I like to shout out to Station North in the video, the treatments for the song. It was really like most people don't give Baltimore that type of shout out or something ratchet, but you stayed true to this area and what it was
when I came here. Yeah,
Graffiti Alley and such.
Sure, yeah. I love it there.
That's kind of the place to be now. That's the place to take your photo shoots.
You were like 5 times.
That's fine.
Get it? It's royalty free. Why is royalty free? Right.
And
you are a pioneer in it.
In Graffiti Alley, I like about it because they actually changed the atmosphere a lot. Yeah, go back and redo it. It's something different.
But you be finding spaces that people don't really show. Like she'd be like, I'm gonna get this corner over here because I don't really see this being done. But it's always a good. I really like the treatment for it.
Absolutely.
It was a good. He made us sweat the last time he wouldn't perform, but that was by way of his management. She threw a monkey wrench in the plan, and he's good. He listened. He didn't even budge on it. He said, "No, I'm not doing it." But we got to see him perform. Actually, we went down to the Birchmere Center down in VA. It was a nice car trip, right? We ate along the way. We had
like an hour 30 minutes, right?
I don't even think it took. I mean, maybe because we got lost a little bit. And we were trying to find a place. Right, but it was right behind us. We parked right in the garage behind it.
Yep.
But we found it. It was an awesome event, and the concert we're talking about was the Life Jennings. He's the guitar player for I got the right instrument for Life Jennings, and it was an awesome event. Food was good. That's all. It was awesome. We got really good seats. Right. And we thought we were early because there wasn't no parking spots up front. So we was like, we early. We gonna have seats. We got there. All the seats were gone, and we ended up getting a seat right next to the stage. Like, right. So I really appreciate you. And then beside him is Miss Richburg, Miss NaTasha Richburg. See,
okay.
It was about to be mingled with Jeremiah's Call.
Absolutely.
And I was like, no, you gotta separate them. But Jeremiah Call is really your management writing persona.
Yes.
And she's keep it real separate. I met Miss NaTasha Richburg at the for the Authors Expo last year, and she's been such a blessing in introducing and getting us places and bringing people like this man in the building, Mr. Kumo D, into the building.
What the Barry White voice,
right? It's been real pubescent the last couple years. But I really appreciate you often coming back and giving us wisdom and sharing your audience with us. So I really so she's gonna also be there at the Authors Expo tomorrow with her book. Snakes in the Grass.
I see the
What is wrong with me today? I actually practiced this. I really did. I practiced this. I'm going to just read from my script from now on and not even play with this anymore. But So she's going to be selling her book and promoting her author self.
Yes.
And then this gentleman will be performing. Yes. So I mean, it's going to be full band.
Yeah.
We got the backup singers here. Yes. So that's why it's all I see now.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. The whole thing.
Yes, the whole thing. She brings it all together. So watch before you put Miss Richburg on your ticket, because she gonna bring her whole team with her. So I'm gonna introduce I don't want to keep calling them backup singers. That's my ghetto phone. A friend.
You telling us to turn off our phone?
But I've been doing this show for too long for people who know me to still be calling me.
Oh.
But I'm going to introduce these two awesome, and we don't know if they're phenomenal singers yet.
Oh, yeah.
But we're going to go with Faith, because I know Miss Richburg wouldn't bring no craziness here. But they're also singers in their own right, so introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Alneesha Harris, and I am a background vocalist for Sonny and the Plan Band.
Okay, she on it. She saw that. She on it. Mr. Rob.
My name is Rob Marrero, and I am a background vocalist as well.
And that is what you write on the checks. Because we just had this conversation out in the lobby. I like a good pseudo name, but if the bank don't accept it, it's really not effective.
It's a big difference.
It's just a piece of paper you have to sign. That's it, to get them to accept it. But people don't understand that. So how long have you two been singing?
I've been singing since church. I mean, a lot of people that I know started when I was in church. I started getting like training outside of church when I went to Washington Academy of Music.
You see how she just threw that out there.
Washington Academy of Music. You know, just
conservatory, actually. Thank
you. No, I've been singing for a long time.
Mr. Rob?
Same. I've been singing since about like 6 years old. Started in Whitney Houston Academy in elementary school. Yeah,
throw
that out there.
And Arts High School.
And that's actually a really good school. I did a program there for a summer, and those students were better than performers than I was. And I'm just going to tell you what the people told me to teach y'all, because there's nothing I can really show y'all at this point, but that's phenomenal.
Thank you.
And they went to these schools because they're from New Jersey.
Yes.
So they're New Jerseyans in the building.
Stars, New Jersey.
There we go. She got pride. She got pride. So back to you, sir. Tell me what's been going on.
Oh, well, pretty much, like I said, we were working on this single. We've been in the studio. We've been doing a lot of live shows. We've been really, really busy this summer. She kept us extremely busy.
She don't play.
She don't play at all. But it's good.
I keep asking her on a sneak tip to be my manager, but I really gotta get myself together. That's why I've been working so hard. I drink a lot of water. I heard this story the first time. So she don't play no games. No games. But she's a good teacher. She's actually a teacher, and she gives good pop quizzes. So between being in Life's Band and doing your own thing and trying to navigate and schedule both of them, how has that been time-wise? How do you find the time?
I mean, to be honest, time-wise, it's it always seems to fall at the right place. It hasn't fallen at the wrong place yet. Not to say that's never gonna happen like that, but it just always seems to like come together. For example, like we just in Oakland with Life Genesis and we did a show with them.
He said this Oakland, like that's across the street.
Everybody goes
across the street.
In Brooklyn.
That's true. The day after.
Okay, coast to coast. Okay. I hope you saving up the frequent flyer miles.
We picked those up too. Whether we pay for it or not.
There we go. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Let's put my name on this ticket. Thank you.
You see that after we came back here, we came right back here to do the Artist Exchange Radio.
See, he shows love. He looks out for the little people as well on his journey upward and out. So I mean, time-wise, were you prepared for this? Because just a few years ago, you were.
To be honest, it's what I prayed for. But yeah, time-wise, this is definitely very time-consuming. Hopefully, I can get to a point where I could just do one of these. So but absolutely. I definitely want to get to that point where we can just do the solo act and be able to move forward with that.
But you're technically already the solo side of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And right now, Life Genesis is the benefactor in terms of supporting the solo career.
Yes,
But balancing them two and just being an artist outright, like you're not working somebody's 9 to 5.
Yeah.
How scary is that?
I mean, it's
because you're still a young man.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's pretty scary in that sense, but it's like I feel like it's fitting too because, like I said, like the money that we use with life, like I always reinvest into exactly what I'm doing. So what it's doing is helping me build like what I got going on right now.
Are we saving though? We saving,
of course.
Okay.
Of course.
That's important. Are we all saving? We all saving.
Nice.
I learned that lesson.
It's a struggle.
See, Rob is honest. I was like, I'm trying.
So what's new? So I know the album just coming out. The
EP. It's not the album yet. The album is gonna come a little later on, but we're working on it.
They just give you a little bit, a little taste here, a little taste here.
I take EP seriously though. I would want the EP to be very quality stuff. It's gonna feel like an album, but it's an EP for sure. Yeah.
So why do it this way? I know this is management, but why not just jump out there like any other novice performer?
Well, my thing is that like she doesn't. First of all, like we don't believe in like the novice performer mentality in that sense. Like we want to be able to like do it as professionally as possible. So like in that sense, like we try to like make sure that we keep it like a tight ship, like with the way that we do things and stuff.
Explain to us the work that it takes to be an independent artist versus some machine. I mean, Miss Richburg is a machine all in of herself. But the mega Sonny, Arista, like without having that machine, tell us the work that it takes to maintain an independent career.
I mean, what it is like it's really understanding where you are and where you fall, like within that, that huge, because like I guess the major label would be the big conglomerate, and then like you as an indie artist is like your own little like startup company, for instance, like that. So you gotta like basically do everything yourself. You gotta do everything that a big record company would do for you. So like in terms of like your paperwork or like you signing up for like awards and stuff like that, you pretty much gotta do it all yourself. Most of these artists don't really like that are signed. They don't have to do all that kind of stuff. But what I have is that I have like I have a say in with basically everything that we do. Like whether it was photo shoots, I get to see the photos before they actually go out. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't really happen with like major artists.
So you own your work.
Yes.
How important was that to you?
Oh no, I was very proud of that. Very proud of that. I've been writing songs for a long time, so it's been a while since I actually like felt like I actually got something done with especially with this song "Pick Up the Call." So like that, to be able to 100% own it, that's cool.
So we're gonna pay some bills.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Exposed Radio. Not taking responsibility for other people's emotions and things that's going on, and owning up to who you are. I know that's what you were finishing on, so you can speak more on that, sister.
Yeah, just making sure, because at the end of the day, what happens to us, especially women, we're nurturers. So by life, we tend to want to, I call men projects, like fix-me-uppers, people that come with issues. And for some reason, I mean, people, we all have issues, but people who, like, want you to help them through their issues, So we take on projects because we get to the point to where we're like, okay, I just want to have somebody as opposed to the quality of the person that you're getting. And then we start to own all of their issues, and we start to feel bad because things are not progressing the way that we want it to, and that's not fair to us. So we can't own somebody else's stuff. If somebody's not ready when you meet them, that's not your fault. That's theirs. It's their loss. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, what's up? It's the man you all know and love, E. Digger, the host of the Charm City Direct Radio Show. Make sure you catch me and my crew every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired Radio Show. So, since we're talking about the book, can you give people a synopsis of what the book is? And what's the name of the book again, and then what it's about?
The name of the book is From Trial to Afflictions. More than one, because there were more than one afflictions.
Yes.
The book is talking about, actually, it's my life story. And I have to add in there that when that prophet told me, he said, tell your story, write the story. He said, and God said, tell your addiction. Now, see, I'm not going to tell the addiction because you have to get the book to read it. But it was about deliverance. It was about all the, trials and tribulations we go through, people that come into our life, even people that come to try and break you down or draw you down so that you can't stand for God or worship Him through your situation, because that's the adversary using them. We have to know that. But through it all, I was still praying and fasting. I needed help from God. I really did. I needed help from God to see me through. And for anyone that's going through, I say that this book is about different afflictions.
Yes.
Going through them, how you get through them. And I had a sister pushing me too, praying for me. I thank God for that again.
Yes.
But it also talks about deliverance. There is deliverance in the process.
Yes.
And you have to be willing to see yourself first, to know that you need deliverance.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Man, it is what it is. Man, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is.
This fly T Miles, also known as Tyree Miles, and Mr. Miles the writer.
Hip Hop King, check us out every Friday on Be Exposed Radio at 9/11.
Coming to y'all soon.
Check out this flashback from Talk Lately with Monty only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Hello, how you doing?
Thank you very much.
Because they had nothing else to do.
So it was like, imagine that your late husband. You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
How did you know that this is what you wanted to do as far as being a singer or entertainer?
It's always been in me. It's always been a part of who I am since a child. Since a child, I've always gotten karaoke boxes, and I've always learned this song and solos in school and all of those things. And I met my Reflections actually in high school, and we were singing and we were singing back then, choral music.
Douglas High School.
Yes, quick, come on through here.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live only on BeExposedRadio.com. I'm your host, Nate. I got Mr. HullyWood in the building.
Hey, how y'all doing out there?
I mean, he never, it's the same way every single time.
How y'all doing out there?
This is the dating show for Hollywood. And then we got Sweet Baby over in the corner.
Good evening and happy Friday, everyone.
There we go. See, she on board with it. She on board.
It's the Midnight Soul station.
Midnight Soul.
It's getting around that time.
Joining us in the building is our very, ecstatic guest, Mr. Dumarsais.
Yes, sir.
Singer, musician, soon to be actor, but just slow it down, sir, because if I don't get my role first, I've been asking longer than you. And then we have boss lady, the Miss Jeremiah's Call, Miss NaTasha Richburg. She's the author, manager, PR guru. She tells you how it is, all of that. Got me ironing clothes every day. I was in t-shirt and jeans. I didn't think about all this stuff. Now I gotta think about it. But it was a blessing because most people don't tell you the truth. They just don't talk to you.
Right.
And she tells you the truth. And then we have the whispers over here. Now say your name for me one more time.
Alneesha Harris.
Alneesha.
Yes.
Alneesha. Yes. Dumarsais. Alneesha. So I got to do that. And we are Rob.
Yeah.
Rob. See, there we go. So also I went out into the lobby, and one of our other guests, he'll be here in a couple more segments. Bashi rolls. So it's nothing but celebrities in here today. I'm just saying, Mr. No Mo Theater Company, Mr. Videographer. But he'll be in here shortly.
Oh.
But what I have before me now are some artists, and they said they was gonna sing a little something. At least the whispers are. That's my name for y'all now. Sorry. But I'm not gonna put them on the spot right now. But maybe when we come back from the next break, they'll sing us a little something. Because I know Dumarsais is he ready. He look ready. Right. He ready. I told them sing anything, Marietta Little Lamb, the national anthem, whatever they want to sing. It's on their heart to sing.
Anybody gonna take any knees on notes on that stuff?
But tell us, where are you now with your career in terms of you have the management, you gotta. He chased her down.
Sure.
Gotta. His first single is out.
Finally.
Finally. He been making us wait. He gonna say finally. But tell me where you are right now with your career and this life. How is that balance for you now?
This life is dope. I really can't complain. I feel like right now I'm in a good place. I feel like I definitely am on EP mode. I wanna finish this record. I wanna come out with another single before the year ends. I'm not gonna give you a date.
she be putting him to work. She was doing this in the car, wasn't she? I know she was. This is what you're going to talk about.
Right. No date. But yeah, we're working on another single. Hopefully it's gonna come out, and then we can hopefully come out with another video for that too. I'm
we all video vixens in here. I clean up very well. Right. Oh, she came in ready. She ready. We can shoot this tonight. We got a cameraman, everything. What you saying, sir? Don't say nothing. We come ready. This is the full team in here.
We got the outfit. We good.
There we go. I got to change the clothes in the room. What are you saying? I always come prepared. But how is that balance for you now? I know before you were just getting into the swing of it, and you were traveling more so for your band that you're associated with, but now you're doing both.
Yeah.
So when do you sleep? Are you ever home?
I mean, I'm definitely not home as often as I used to be. Definitely not. But when I do get a chance to go home, I definitely enjoy my time. But I'm really not home like that. We usually always on the road. And we're performing in Brooklyn next week as well. So
he just throwing out little dates like that.
All right.
I'll be in Brooklyn.
Could be there,
Do you try to perform personally for your own band closer to home, or is it just anybody can get it?
I mean, as of right now, it's definitely anybody can get it. Because we just want to be able to to put ourselves out there, and be able to get his music to the people, whoever is willing to listen. So definitely. So.
Any places you want to go?
Oh yeah, I definitely want to go to Miami, Atlanta.
It's like 4 blocks from this. I don't mean to ruin a surprise for you, but it's like 4 blocks. That beach is like 4 blocks. That's it. Any festivals?
Yeah, I definitely this year we got to do festivals. We're definitely working on that. We've been working on that. We want to do festivals. We just want to perform. We want to get on the road, like that. The main thing for us this year is getting on the road, like really getting ourselves out there.
More? So when did you? Are you just going to have a bag by you at all times? How is your schedule laid out? Do you know how far in advance, or?
To be honest, thankfully the Jeremiah's call, she really does organize it in a way that I can schedule around my life. So
you just wake up and go.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Is that hard on you? How do you get rest, or how do you keep yourself maintained?
It's not like I didn't feel like I was doing it before. The only thing is that I felt like I was it's bad to be going nowhere fast. I feel like that's what I was doing before I got managed, before I got with her. But now with direction, I feel like I'm doing.
That's a good answer, sir. Well, I said beside that's a real good.
I don't want to go nowhere fast.
He has some good home training. I can say.
So for real, I want to go. I want to be able to do things right, and in that sense, absolutely. So with direction, we're moving in a way. Now I feel like I'm actually moving. It's actually going somewhere. So now when I say I want to be on the road more, I know it's more of a.
It's coming
to be on the road. Yeah.
And she listening.
Yeah,
and so you might just get a mobile home. Just get a bus and just start traveling around. Are you ready for what could possibly be around the corner for you in terms of international travel? And I mean, you said travel.
Yeah, we're going to Germany next year.
Okay, that's
for sure. Yeah.
That's what's up.
You ready?
You ready? Got that visa, everybody? Everything? That international.
I got a passport.
No, you got to get the work visa so he get that check and bring it back home. Anybody can get a passport. We got to get that.
Too, so it should be exciting.
That's your first international?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's it for sure.
Are you ready?
To be honest, I'm excited, very excited.
Any other places internationally you want to go?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to Paris. Yeah, we're going to France too. Yeah, we're going to Paris.
I mean, y'all need like a stage manager for the road or something. Costume
on the go photography.
Costume or something like.
Work something out.
I could do sound check for you, like whatever you need. You need a third singer. Like,
I was like, just like I was saying before, like it's crazy. It may seem like we got to do exactly what the major labels do, so we have to like cover all that stuff ourselves. So like it's not that easy. Like it's
well, I can put my application in now. I'll send you my resume.
I mean, low key.
I'm just saying, we here for it. It's a team. We're a team package. I'm just saying. Erica's a little shaky. I don't know if he really want to go, but I'm just saying, I'm there. I'm there. My bag is already packed. I keep a bag packed by the door. I just buy clothes when I get there. I just not even important.
You gonna come back with
right? Exactly. Why spend that extra money? I don't even have it yet. But it's really I love to see you. I've been following you on social media, and I see you traveling. I see you really working. I see a lot of photo shoots.
Yeah.
See a lot of photo shots. I think that's your favorite part of it.
You know what's crazy is getting it. Yeah.
So did you expect all of this soon? Because that was just a couple months ago that you were last here. Yeah. Did you expect all of this soon? Especially for your own career, though.
Nah, not at all. But thank God that I have a great manager that's pushing me to really like see like things for what they are now. Like before, I felt like I was like optimistic about it, but now I'm starting to see it for what it really is.
How has your career as a band member helped prepare you for your own solo?
Oh no, it gives you serious discipline. Like what it does is because you learn how to work with different personalities, you learn how to work with different people, you know how to deal with certain things. So like you need all those elements as a solo artist to be able to work with anybody anyway. So like you don't want to be in your own way in that sense. So yeah.
Anything you want to like share with your fans, or like how often do you, well, I'll ask it this way, how connected are you with your fans?
I'm very connected. I pretty much show them everything I do. Yeah. I be showing too much sometimes. Yeah.
Is it, I mean, was it because you wasn't prepared for that? Were you not prepared for that part of it? Because you got to keep a little bit of privacy.
I mean, which is crazy. The crazy part about as much as I put out, I feel like we still be holding stuff back. Just like I said, like nobody ever even knew that we was going to Germany till like we had just said it right now.
Exclusive. There you go.
Message.
Germany.
International.
The artist exchange gonna be there. It's like, I said, speak it. You gotta speak it.
Right.
That's how you do it, man.
But what else would you want to do at this point? It seemed like you doing everything you said you was going to do a couple months ago, but now.
And that's the blessing, to be able to do what you said you was going to do, because that's the first goal. That's the first intention anyway. Like you just want to be able to do what you say you're going to do. Now I want to be able to perfect it. Now I want to be able to be like the best artist I can possibly be. I want to be the best Sonny Dumarsais I could possibly be. I'm not trying to be like nobody else, but I just want to be the best me.
You see how he said his whole name?
Yes.
Check signable. So you really give a lot of your energy to your work. Do you write your own music?
Yeah, I write my own music.
So you know how to read music and write music, and
I don't. To be honest, I don't read as much as I used to. I can probably like get around a song like with the, but I don't like, I can't sight read like I used to.
But we learning that. We're gonna be learning that.
Of course, yeah, I gotta learn that.
Because we gotta be together on it.
I gotta relearn that, yeah, for sure. But no, I write my own music. I write my own lyrics, and then we I co-produce most of the music that we do.
So legally, how does that work when you're writing your own music? Legally, how does that work in terms of registering your music and publishing your music?
Oh, like I don't know. I'm sure you do know this, but like with like music publishing, it goes under like 200%, and as a writer, you automatically get 100%, and then usually the other 100% goes to the producer. But since I co-produce, I get like 150%.
He learned it.
Yeah.
Just put that there. I just co-produced that. Thank you. It's just that simple. I hear a lot of artists that don't necessarily write their own music, but they add a line and now they get right. Yeah. Is that divided? So I wrote this much of the song.
Yeah, like it depends on like how everybody in the room like kind of like splits it up in that sense. Yeah,
that's awesome. I mean, I want more artists to start writing their own work, because we see so many mega stars that don't own their own work.
I think at that point they get so big that they just You know what I mean? Like you not to say that I'm never gonna get there. I'm just saying like you just get to a point where like you're doing so much that like you're like a machine. So like you rather get like the opinion of somebody else to kind of like gear you forward like towards where you want to go.
Right.
Not to say that they're not as good because I actually don't frown on people that allow people to write for me. Cause I want to write for somebody someday. So.
You said you want to write for somebody. You didn't say you want somebody to write for you though.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having somebody write for me. Honestly, I wouldn't mind getting lyrics from somebody else to do with.
That's what's up, though. Yeah, but we gonna keep a healthy balance of more of you.
Yeah, but I'm not objecting to it though.
Because it's just sad that a lot of like we look at a Whitney Houston who was the biggest star ever,
she ain't
and didn't write any of her songs. And she put, I know lyrically, she put most of the engineering, quote technically, into the work, but she doesn't get credit for any of that. Whereas though we got people out here now that are not even a pinky amount of talent that she has, and they got all their royalties and they own all their music.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a quick break. This guys got to pay bills here. We'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. I guess when we come back, we may hear a little, 1, 2, 3s or scatting. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
It's time for Flashback.
Now, I'm not gonna say all Aries don't know, but
it's just the one you had. That was
just the long one, right?
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of shades? Pink Ice products can cover you from head to toe, from flawless weaves to apparel. Visit us online at pinkiceproducts.bigcartel.com. We're located at 3000 Old Alabama Road, 119-303, Alpharetta, Georgia. Or give us a call at 470-488-6484. Come on in and check out Pink Ice products today.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Hey, what's up, good people? It's the man you all know and love, E. Digger. Make sure you check us out every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on BeExposedRadio.com. Couple minutes left in the segment. Sure. Change is good. Yes. Knowing when to make that change in your life. And I think it's important that you know a strategy. You know where you need to go. But change is good. Everything don't stay the same.
Right.
And if you're a person, especially for old people, that can't accept change, then it's kind of hard. Right. I was going to a church. I'm gonna make this real brief. I was going to a church that could not, some older members. I attended the second oldest black Presbyterian church in the country. That's one. And why are you laughing? Yeah,
it's bad that you didn't do that.
And that's the soundbite. Yeah. So
thank you, Eric.
we would play certain music, and we implemented a lot of equipment or instruments.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Let's talk about your life outside of artistry.
Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show, here live only on BeExposedRadio.com. As promised, we have actual musicians in the building. It's one of the reasons that I don't often bring musicians on, because I don't grade art as good or bad, but if it don't sound good to my ears, I'm not call it bad, but I'm gonna think it. But in terms of being a really good musician, it's somebody who actually works and practice and prepares for their work. It's not just putting on the right outfit or having the right photographer or all those image things. None of that matters if at the end of the day
you can't play.
You can't play. You can't sing. You can't dance. It doesn't, like, I've stepped back from doing so much because I wasn't sharpening my tool as an artist as much because I was just working. But it really gave me the opportunity to just practice and prepare for what I do. So now when I walk into audition or I'm doing something creative, I'm ready. And there's no hesitation. You know, you get that feeling. I used to get that burping thing happening because I knew I didn't spend enough time preparing. But how much time do you, and this can go to all the artists actually, how much time do you spend preparing for your work?
Oh man.
For your own work. We ain't talk about stuff somebody else dreamed, but your dream.
A lot of work. We pretty much put everything into it. Like we would spend, like I remember when we was in the studio, just like recording this song, we like just the mixing session alone. How long we was in the studio?
So y'all want to single too? Okay, all right. Little face. Okay. I got you.
Like we was in there for like 6-7 hours just mixing like maybe 2 or 3 tracks on the song. Like and that's like not even the bulk of it. So we take it very seriously.
That's
you gotta make
up.
sure that it's like the quality stuff.
Yeah, keep going over and over until we get it right. Yeah.
Tell Miss Richburg say it's done.
That's
right. She played real nice.
No, because we can send it over and she be like, You know what?
Something's too loud.
It helps to have that honest person, and I'm really blessed to have her in my life. And I don't call on her, but I just wait for her to call me and tell me the truth. So whenever you're ready, I'm a listening ear. But it is very I haven't had that as an artist.
Right.
And people will just do, when you're doing something good, and then when you're not doing something good, you don't hear from them until you do the next good thing. And it's very great to have that person that's honest with you on the journey. And from our last interview, she put you in the driver's seat, and she just, helps you navigate.
Absolutely.
And that's so, because now she's not promised to you, for the rest of your career.
Right.
I know you will be like, well, we together, but now you know how to now work your own career and have your own conversations when she's not there physically with you, and that's so helpful because I know a lot of artists, they don't know how to talk for themselves.
No, not at all.
They don't know how to do those things.
That's true.
What are some of the bumps in the road that you've had to go through in becoming today?
I feel like for me, like I said, I had to make the transition from musician to artist because that goes a long way with saying, because I feel like as a musician, there's certain things you can get away with, there's certain things you can do, but that an artist just can't do, like being laid, or you can't, like the way you dress, like what I thought an artist was, and then what I've become is like 2 totally different things.
So you wasn't fly guy the whole time?
I was fly guy, but you know what I'm saying, I have my sweatpants and the white tee days, you know what I mean?
That's Jersey living. That's Jersey living.
I wasn't looking like I lived in LA every single day, but now
it's a full package. So you had to learn the full package.
The music is only like 40%, to be honest. Yeah, it's like a lot. It's a lot that goes into it.
Because a lot of that is preparation.
Yeah,
and the music is gonna be good or not. Because you have good days and bad days.
Hit or miss. But sometimes.
Have you had a miss day?
Yeah, of course.
Do you feel it in a moment? Because for you, it's normally the adrenaline, but do you feel it in a moment?
Feel what?
Like when you're not having your best performance.
Oh yeah, we feel it.
No, we feel it as a collective. Because one person would feel like, oh yeah, I do remember this being this way.
Like we would talk about it too.
Yes.
It's funny because we'll talk about it while people come up and like, my God, you did so good, and we're just like, oh
yeah. I don't know. Thank you, but
we're very much so perfectionists for sure.
So speaking of singing, we're kind of coming to the end of this segment, and I was kind of technically promised a song by Rob.
Rob Progress.
Right. He brought it on you all. So you all have
message.
So to close this out, to definitely, but before we do that, where can we find all of you on social media so we can send checks? They can send checks because I want to be on receiving end.
You can find me on social. You can find me on Facebook at Alneesha Harris. ALNEESHA Harris.
Slow it down.
Oh, sorry. ALNEESHA Harris on Facebook and Alneesha ALNEESHA Marrero MORET on Instagram.
And you can find that. You'll be able to find that on Artist Exchange. We'll send the links and stuff like
Thank
that.
you.
We'll take our pictures.
There we go.
Yeah.
Slow down.
You can find me on Instagram, Rob, period, MARRERO. That's Marrero. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, yeah.
There we go.
The whole shebang, right?
That's branding.
Yeah.
Same name everywhere. There we go.
Message.
I think you got another client in the making. I think they ready. They on it.
Yes, but you keep pressing it.
Gotta say message every time you hear this. Every time.
And you, sir?
And you can find me on all social media platforms. Sonny Dumarsais, SONNY, DUMARSAIIS. One more time, DUMARSAIS. SONNY. And I think it's Sonny Dumarsais on everything besides Twitter. It's Sonny_Dumarsais. I think on Instagram it's Sonny_Dumarsais as well. But everywhere else is Sonny Dumarsais. Sonny Dumarsais all across the board.
Well, if you type it in, it's not too many Sonny Dumarsais out in the world.
Right.
I know.
Because you gonna find it.
I misspelled it a couple times.
You gonna find it, yeah.
You gotta take it to a spell.
Yeah, you'll find it.
So, I mean, if we could just, end with a song. I'm just saying. Oh, he said you ready? Look at this confidence. I'm gonna go back to that last interview where he was just tight-lipped. No, next time.
I was listening to instructions. One, two, three, and
pick up.
A little faster. Lord, if you hear me calling you, pick up. That's right. I really hope I get through this time.
Pick up.
Yeah. I heard you was on the main line.
Pick up.
That's right.
Pick up.
3, 4.
I've been calling you. I've been calling you. I've been calling you. Pick up.
It's going so much. We're trying to get through to you.
I've been calling you. I've been calling you. I've been calling you. Pick up.
Cause I'm just trying to get through to you.
I've been calling you. I've been calling you. I've been calling you. Pick up.
One more time. Cause I'm just trying to get through to you.
I've been calling you. I've been calling you. I've been calling you. Pick up.
That's it.
Just a little taste. Sonny Dumarsais.
It was like a little slow on my mic.
Yeah, because they're not studio here. I thought it was a chopped and screw version.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
So this talented young brother, all of his information can be found. His single can be found on all digital platforms. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
So go stream that, and we need as many streams as possible.
Oh yeah.
Because he needs to get all those credits. So go get that. Are you on Tidal as well?
Yeah, it's on Tidal.
Okay, so because I just got Tidal, so I just wanted to know and stuff like that. So definitely check him out. Once again, give us your social media names. And such
My
like
name is
that.
Alneesha Harris, and you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and every other social media outlet.
She's ready.
Rob Marrero, Rob.Marrero on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all the same. So
There we go. So we're gonna take another
message.
Anytime. And make sure you give your information to Eric out there, and we're gonna definitely push you all and see where your careers blossom. We want to hear that. And I heard it over there. I was listening to the man, but I heard y'all. But we're gonna take another quick break. Sonny isn't going anywhere. Even if you want to, you're not going anywhere. But we'll have Mr. Bashi Rose joining us also. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BigExposedRadio.com. If you make me wait again, sir.
Even as a comedian, if I say a joke and it just might not fit your cup of tea, but it's mine, that's what a comedian is supposed to do.
But people forget
everybody's not going to find your jokes funny. They better find mine funny.
But they forget that, though. They really forget that. They forget that but it's your view. That's why they didn't fire her.
Yeah.
Because her viewpoint is controversial.
Her view. That's the view she sees.
Right.
Everybody is clear to her.
Like they did their reaction to
cellophane.
They did the reaction to the Chris Rock Oscar, and they were talking about Stacey Dash, and I don't think she agrees with Stacey Dash, but she pointed her out as somebody who has an opinion that's just different from everybody else's.
Her opinion is just stupid, though. Stacey Dash she's like a Dash. Let's just move on.
I think she's intelligent, but her
You're still going.
opinion.
We're gonna move on. Stacey Dash doesn't need to be talked about. She's irrelevant.
You said her name like 3 times already.
She's irrelevant.
I said it once.
Dash. ... So I couldn't have meant that more. She is so irrelevant. I'm not even gonna say her name. But we're here every Tuesday, and we talk about people just like
from the
that.
Artist Exchange Radio Show.
So you're your biggest asset. You have to practice self-care. Every entrepreneur has to practice self-care. You have to release yourself from toxic situations.
Explain to us real quick, what is a toxic situation?
A toxic situation is something that will control your mind, something that hurts you, something that you have to battle, toxic, hurt. If you're in a toxic situation, if you get hurt, if you get pain, if you get struggle, right? And if your spirit does not align correctly, that may be a toxic situation. So when I say you make that jump when your values don't align, you make decisions based on your values.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
It dealt with the Baltimore uprising.
Okay.
Yeah. Did it up in Harlem. They premiered there. So, but primarily been doing film, man.
That camera. Yeah. The camera. Awesome. I'm an actor. I have to let people know.
Yes.
Sometimes people forget, but that's what my Sally may say. Actor on it. Every month she called me, I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm still an actor." So it makes me go out and do something else. She got to pay that loan.
Yeah.
So what's new? Any projects coming up?
Well, I mean, I've been at the Real News for like almost 3 years now.
I love what's going on there. I got to see a couple of the films from the series happen. But I like the team that's down there.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just white people at first, to be honest.
Right.
But now that I see that there's some diversity there, I like to see more stuff.
I edited Easy Show, the whole bushel.
I'm trying to get my life
shooting, edit that show. We sit down with artists to eat crabs.
My bad.
I've been trying to wait for my moment to come eat crabs.
Okay.
I don't know what.
I'm not gonna eat that many. I'm not gonna be crab eater, but I'm gonna eat a couple.
But you gonna get it in.
But I like the con. When I first saw it, because I'm now a fan of.
I think I can.
We are.
Like a professional.
Are we live?
Are we live? Are we on?
No.
I'm not a professional or anything like that. I sing. I do poetry. I write.
So no, we're not. We still in
I paint.
Oh no, we are.
We live. We on?
We just got back on. Welcome back. I like to play games sometimes. They don't talk about people. Welcome back to the Artist Exchange Radio Show here live only on BeExposedRadio.com. You heard the stylings of Sonny Dumarsais and the Whispers. You can have that. I'm not even going to charge you for that. It's on air. Not even going to charge you. Just give me a ticket. Just give me a ticket. That's all I ask. But we are here back live. Me, your host, Miss Sweet Baby, aka Zakiya, Mr. HullyWood.
How y'all doing out there?
We're gonna find them somebody because that voice got her like every other time. Every time.
It's Friday night.
I got you. We got NaTasha Richburg, boss lady in the building. People don't know she's really a boss lady. Oh, yeah. She turned this man's life around. She's a writer, a manager. We gotta speak the truth. And then joining us is Mr. Bashi Rose.
Hey, happy to be in the house. Thank you for having me.
This man right here, I met him when I was telling them that I was in a group at Towson, Kaumba.
Oh, that's right.
So I met him doing some Kaumba projects, and like 12 years later. Like it's really, I was like 22 when I was in that group, and it's been a long time. I'm not gonna say how old I am now, but it was a long time because it made me realize. I was just talking to Roz, and we realized how much time had actually passed.
Right.
But doing projects, this man is a phenomenal actor. I've seen him like get ugly on stage, but now he's focusing on his filming career and such.
Yes.
I haven't been in anything he's done.
My bad,
I just like to give guilt. I like to. I have a Jewish mama inside of me, but I like to. But he's been doing, and he travels, and he's also connected with the Real News Network,
right?
And that's a whole team of individuals that's just telling the truth out there. No matter what the cost, no matter how it comes across to people, they're telling the truth. And I can honestly say your work has always been very raw.
Yeah.
What was it? 40s, blunts,
chicken heads, and other necessities.
That was the name of the play. That was the name of it. Wow. And I remember being in college and like, I'm gonna go see this. But what is this going to be about? I thought it was going to be something totally different. And Bashi is the most militant person that I know. Next to probably like Ross. But very militant, very focused on just telling our truth. But now from behind the camera. Right. And how has that been for you? Like on this journey of just being an outright artist, from playwright to director to actor to now videographer.
It's been amazing, man. I gotta give props to my city, Baltimore, because in both skills in theater and in film, I learned in the community through mentors. You know what I'm saying? When I went to college, I didn't go for theater or film. It was for community studies and civic engagement. Nice. So my journey, man, has always been hands-on. Strongly influenced by the Black Arts Movement, which took place roughly from 1965 when Malcolm X was assassinated.
So you know what he's talking about. I'm just letting y'all know.
To 1975. Folk like Amiri Baraka, Sonia Sanchez, they were some of the spearheaders of their movement. So artists took it upon themselves to use their art and skill sets.
Take the mic off because you got your stage voice on.
Okay, yeah. So they use their skill sets, you know what I'm saying, to use their work to promote social justice and revolution. But at the same time, it wasn't just about in addition to creating radical art, artistic integrity is an important part of it. So being as creative as possible, as intuitive as possible as well. You know what I'm saying? So. And the transition from theater to film was pretty dope. It took me like 7 years to like really get the film thing down, but theater helped me to like have that ability to tell a narrative.
But you went for it though. You didn't like baby step it. You got the equipment and you did it.
Yeah, definitely. So I had to do it, man. And also like the ideas of my foremothers and forefathers from that movement, their theories on Black art, on Black aesthetic. Greatly informs my approach to filmmaking and theater.
That makes me think about one of the biggest projects that I ever was a part of was the
Fire in the
Fire in the Belly series, where we got to do a Mary Baracus play in front of him,
Slave Ship,
and hear Sonia Sanchez talk and the Last Poets talk.
Yeah, that's
like
amazing.
Being able to just eat pizza with somebody
Right.
who, that's what their life was about, and then you learn about the person and not just their work, and see how connected they are, and how, and it inspires me as an artist just to be truthful all the time, not just when I'm on stage, but I have to give you who I am at all times. And it's just what dosage I'm gonna give it to you, and depending on the platform I'm on. But talk about, like, how did you start being an artist? Like, you are just fearless, even if you're not the best at it at that moment. You just throw yourself into it.
It started, well, I mean, my grandmother was into the arts, into theater. My father was into theater and film, uncle, so kind of grew up with it. But it didn't really hit me until like maybe I was like 18, 19. So I went into the military back in the day because I grew up in West Baltimore, Park Heights, and I was like, yo, if I stay around the way, it's not gonna work out. So that was the option, because the recruiters were in the high school like crazy. So I did that and came out. And then the poetry scene was like bustling in Baltimore. This is like early 90s.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I just jumped into it.
He only 12 though. He only 12. By the way.
Yeah, I'm telling my age. I don't care though. So, but it was bustling though, and the folk was so supportive. So I got on the mic and I was doing my, kill a white man poetry. And
he's not playing. His problem was the title of it. This is Bashi that we're talking to. That was the title of that poem.
But my older peers, man, the more experienced peers, sisters and brothers pulled me up, you know what I'm saying? They were like, did you read this? Have you read Franz Fanon? You know what I'm saying? Have you read Richard Wright? Have you read the autobiography of Malcolm X? You know what I'm saying? Angela Davis, are you well informed? You know what I'm saying? They were challenging me on my perspective.
And well informed.
Exactly. So they were like, yo, it's not enough to just be angry. You have to be well informed, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, you got to be woke. So, and also, the artists that influenced me were also active in the community. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't just about being an artist. You know what I'm saying? It was also doing your art and using your art to change your immediate community. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they did during the Black Arts Movement as well. They did guerrilla theater. They brought it to the people. You know what I'm saying? So when I went to school, I went to University of Baltimore, and I was in the community studies and civic engagement program, and we had to do some work in nonprofits. So I was getting real discouraged. I was like, this is bull, you know what I'm saying? Can I curse on here? Oh yeah, I was like, this is bullshit. Like, it's basically white folk, you know what I'm saying, coming in with a little goody two-shoe remedies to our community, you know what I'm saying, making money off of it, not really addressing it. I was like, this is whack. So what happened, but fortunately, I met a woman by the name of Dominique Stevenson.
Okay.
And she was doing work in the prison system, Maryland prison system, with a brother named Marshall Eddie Conway, who was a former Black Panther, who had been targeted by the FBI's counterintelligence program, otherwise known as COINTELPRO, in 1970, and was in prison at the time. He got out 3 years ago, but he served almost 44 years. So he had a mentoring program. While he was in prison, he was organizing. He had a mentoring program, him and Dominique Stevenson, called Friend of a Friend, where they had older brothers who were locked down, mentoring younger brothers on life skills, politics, just to help them so that when they get out, when they came back to the community, they would, contribute something positive and hopefully not come back. So I went in as a volunteer with her, and I got a chance to meet Eddie, because of course I had known about it. I was like, what? So I was building with the older brothers, and they were like, yo, we want to start a theater program. I was like, what? So they were like, what's your background? I was like, Black Arts Movement. So we just started vibing from there. And from that point, the brothers, they took it upon themselves. They organized the days, the times, and started coming in there 2 days a month, and they started their own theater company within the prison system. The first play we did was Fences by August Wilson. Nice. And it was interesting, it was dope, because so when I first got there, of course, I mean, it wasn't easy, you know what I'm saying? I had to prove myself. There was some conflict amongst the brothers, especially generational, older brothers and the younger brothers. So we casted the oldest brother as Troy, and then the younger brother, who had a lot of influence, as Corey. So once we started getting into the play, breaking down the language, and the older brother started giving them historical context of what was going on in the play, and then the younger brothers giving their perspective, a lot of those barriers broke down, and we started working together. We became a unit. And then from there, man, it was like for 7 years they produced, directed, and acted in their own plays. And a lot of times
they were writing.
They were writing. So we would do improv, research, all kinds of theater exercises, you know. And they would come up with their pieces. Roz came in. Did you come with Roz?
Yep. Yeah, that was an experience.
Y'all came in. And a lot of times their plays critiqued the prison industrial complex. You know what I'm saying? And we got a lot of pushback. But I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I'm not going to censor y'all. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. You know what I'm saying?
It was just remarkable to see, because we actually performed some of their work. You brought a couple of their writings out and we added it into a show. And just to see the level that they were on as far as what they were writing about. I mean, you have been working with them for a couple years at that point, but they were already at a point where they were ready. Like, one of them, he was ready.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, when I get out, we going to do this.
Exactly.
Play. And we like, all right, okay, sir.
Right.
But they were ready to do it because you all had introduced them to a possibility that they didn't think they had.
Exactly.
Fast forward that to this year where we got to work with the gentleman, the homeless gentleman. Like, people just need a space to be able, Anthony Williams, just having a space and an opportunity. And a lot of them didn't have that opportunity, just, you know, being in the courtyard, pushing weights up, you know, and that's it, going to sleep. So lockdown to
and this was, and we're talking about Hagerstown prison. You know what I'm saying? So you out in the boonies, you know what I'm saying? A lot of racist white folk, a lot of the CEOs are racist, you know, blatantly racist. You know what I'm saying? So it's
for just a chat.
Exactly. So it's an opportunity for them to, even though they're in this physical place, to create their own space. You know what I'm saying? Just like our ancestors had to do on the plantations, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? And to create a safe space for themselves. And to this day, there are brothers who were in the program who are out now, who are still working with Eddie since Eddie is out now, doing a lot of work, for example, in the Gilmore Homes community. You know what I'm saying? One of the brothers works down, I don't know if you remember Soldier, but he's actually working at the Real News with us now.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so it had a, you know, profound
So they actually
effect.
carried on what they said they wanted to do.
Yeah, definitely. And it even though all of them weren't into theater, it still helped them to express themselves. So the final product was always dope. But for me, my favorite part was always the process, because so much knowledge and experience were exchanged amongst themselves. You know what I'm saying?
And their reaction, it was their reaction. I remember when we first brought their plays, and you came back and said how like excited they were to see themselves in a playbill.
Right.
Like, I just remember how like he really excited about this, and us not really understanding, because our names are always in a playbill.
Right.
So, but you were just real adamant about how impressed and how excited they were to see their names alongside ours. And I didn't even think about it, you know, creating the playbill, but just knowing that they were that excited. But we're going to play some bills, and then we're going to come back with this awesome conversation with our guests right now. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com. I'm an actor.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Joining us right now is Mr. Antonio Long. He was one of our first See Baltimore artists. That tour is actually under construction, and we're doing some revamping and making sure the foundation is solid.
Yes.
So we haven't forgotten about it. So December we kind of took a pause, and we'll be back up and running in January. My mind is gone. Food. I need food. If you're in the downtown Baltimore area and you have a cheeseburger in your hand, definitely stop past the studio, give me a call, and let me know where you are, and I'll meet you wherever you are. But Antonio Long is joining us in the building. He's a singer, inspirational, not necessarily gospel, not necessarily R&B, but encompassed of both of them. Yeah. So let us know a little bit about who you are, what you do.
Singer, writer, recording artist, and I just like to make good music.
There we go.
From Baltimore.
So possibly we'll hear a little bit of it live, if he's not afraid, because we throw people under the bus.
Yeah.
Talent-wise.
No doubt.
On this show. We got to see if you got the chops to sink or swim.
Okay.
We do it. We don't hold back here. We don't hold back here. But we'll definitely try to hear from him a couple more segments. So let us know about your music. So do you have an EP coming out, or is it one in the making?
I just released the EP, actually, October 28th.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's called Life.
Life.
Yeah.
So what was it like making that?
It was fun. This is my first, it's 8 songs on the project.
Okay.
So it's kind of a little more lengthy than your typical EP. But I put out a mixtape last year, but this is my first official project.
Okay.
Everything else has been singles. So
you're singing your own music now?
I'm singing my own music.
Did you write it?
All original music. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was fun. The creative process was fun. I worked with Junior Lee.
Okay.
With Faith Junkie Productions. He's based out of Delaware.
Okay.
And it was fun. I was going up there. 2-3 times.
It was business because it's your money on the line.
Definitely.
Right. No major labels.
Yeah, no doubt. It was fun. It gave me. It's more work than what I expected. Honestly, because
you're doing a bunch of different. You're writing and the performer in it, so that's 2 big jobs right there.
Yeah, it was definitely. But creatively, it was great. It was great collaborations. I also worked with Anthony Johnson. He produced a song off of the EP. He's from Virginia, and I worked with So For Real Productions.
You deal with some legit individuals. Okay.
Yeah. So.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on Be Exposed.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Monty from Talk Lately. I want y'all to sit back and listen to this flashback. We be tripping.
Really, but he might have. I got him maybe jacking her up.
The kids said he did it.
But this is Floyd Mayweather punching her head repeatedly, and she doesn't have brain damage.
No, she didn't have brain damage. I don't think he was hitting her like that, or he probably was like, say something else. Say something else.
That
he probably wasn't tagging her.
Right.
He probably was just and the kids was like, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy.
Why do they have that accent? Why do his kids have that accent?
I was just picturing them looking like African. I didn't want to have to admit that. I don't know what they're going to do about my mouth, but just check out the show every Tuesday at 7 p.m. It's more of the same right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
So now we are in reactive mode. With our young people, we don't spend enough time working with them, preparing them, inspiring them, mentoring them. And so now we're faced with a generation that's like, I'm going to do my own thing.
Right.
I have no respect for you. Because what have we done to help them? Except to say that, like I was telling the HL7 that I get highly upset when adults forget that they were ever young, and the first thing they say is young people are up to no good. Well, you're not helping them. What are you doing to inspire them? Right. So to me, that's reactive, because now that they're in the street cutting up, now you like, oh, we need to do something with our children, or we need to start schools earlier so we can get them off the street, or we need to do this. To me, that's reactive.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on Be Exposed Radio. Be Exposed Radio.
Listen to Elizabeth Warren talking about Black lives and Black life.
Police are not occupying armies. This is America, not a war zone. I speak today with full knowledge that I have not personally experienced and can never truly understand the fear, the oppression, and the pain that confronts African Americans every day.
Don't you just want to kill yourself? I mean, not from what she was saying, but from the music that was playing in the background. I just want to, gosh, but every word she said was prolific, and it did not come from what is now becoming mainstream as white privilege. she has a sensibility about her, and the way she speaks about different things that has, from the first time I saw her, I can't remember what state she's in. I think she's in like North Carolina or something like that, somewhere I'm not going. That some kind of sensibility about her that makes me like her for president. But she's not running. We have this old guy that looks like he should be on the popcorn box. Then we have Martin O'Malley. Fine. We'll settle if we must. Hillary, who I like, but she just has to fight against all this controversy, and that's the hard part of it all. Then we have Huckabee. I could have swore he died.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Get myself together.
Welcome back. We're here live only on BeExposedRadio.com. We are the Artist Exchange Radio Show, if you did not know. I want you to take some time to share this out to your mother, your brother, your Uncle Buck,
everybody,
your Uncle Pookie, all of them. Let them know that we're here every Friday, 7 to 9, and every Saturday, 12 to 2. I may be changing that because I kind of enjoy doing this 4 hours and not thinking about anything else beyond that. But so we may be changing some stuff. I don't know, but just stay tuned. But I'm your host, Nate. I got my co-host HullyWood. Go ahead.
How y'all doing out there?
right. My other co-host, Miss Sweet Baby.
Hey. I'm in here trying to make some connection. I'm getting my Nate on.
I just said you gotta put it out there. I'm telling you.
Like, that's what I'm here doing.
This is the world of a black artist. You gotta speak up. Closed mouth does not get fed. I'm just telling you.
And that's the truth. That's the truth.
So we got a phenomenal, world-renowned musician artist.
And
that's his manager. Mr. Sonny Dumarsais. He's a musician, a songwriter, a musician, a singer, all that. He does all of those things. He's now on tour. He's also in Life Jennings' band. He's the guitar player for Life Jennings. He's traveling. This man got frequent flyer miles. So if you need a buddy pass, this is the dude to talk to. And then disjoining us is Mr. Bashi Rose. He seems really militant, but you have to know Bashi because he's really a cut up on the real.
I feel like that part because I'm that way. I'm woke AF. Like people, like I don't like to say that because people like, oh, we don't like woke people. Like, you know, you can get that sort of thing. But like I got red, black, and green tattooed on my arm. So that's that. So and it's, I feel like people think that it's a certain way that you gotta be in order to be militant.
I'm from Park Heights.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've been woke, so I feel like that. You should be able to encompass everything within that militance.
That's what being woke is about.
Yeah.
Because it's personal. It's a personal. So who you are, you bring that to it, and that's what you work. Because everybody can't be the soldier,
right?
You know, somebody got to be on the sideline. Somebody got to be the medic. Somebody got to be the chef.
Somebody got to be the clown.
Right. There we go.
Yeah.
But Bashi is definitely, you know, making a name for himself now in the film world. Because he gonna put me in something. I just know it's gonna be epic. I just have faith. You have to speak it. Put it out in the universe. Birds have innate qualities.
We gonna see him on
Seek out the mission of the tongue.
All of that.
I don't care what screen is on. It could be small. It could be a blue screen. I don't care what it is. It's just a screen. Yeah, because Sally Mae, you know, she kind of be knocking on my door.
You ain't lying about that.
And this man got master's degrees and such.
Like, I dropped out of grad school.
So, but you went to Towson though.
Yeah, I dropped out.
What were you going for at Towson?
Theater. Yeah.
But was it more so because that's what you were doing, or?
It was so I chose to go there, so I can't really blame him for that. But but when I did choose, there was another person who was running it whose work I had an affinity for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She was able to relate to, you know, black theater, the black aesthetic, you know what I'm saying? And then she was replaced. She ended up just teaching. And then the dude that was running the program was like clueless. So I'm like, yo, come on, you can't be clueless. You can't be a real theater person, you know what I'm saying, and not know that. So I was like, why should I go into debt for 60 G's? You know what I'm saying? Under this one, I can do better work in the community. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's why I didn't stay. You know?
And it's, I mean, but you're doing what it is that you set out to do, regardless, and you tried. I at least give it to you for trying, because a lot of people don't even do that much. But where, and I'll speak to both of you too at this point. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years with your artistry? He gotta think about it.
That's a good question. Well, I'm not that type of artist who like sits down and like 10 years from now I'm gonna blah blah blah. But
this man be grinding. Don't let him fool you. He got a plan.
Well, I mean, my plan is to. So I'm actually a musician, a closet musician, right? Okay. So I actually like learned how to play drums when I was younger to deal with my depression. So I recently started doing that, and like so some of my film work that I do, I actually do some of the music. I finally got brave enough to start playing with other musicians. You know what I'm saying?
Baltimore is just gonna turn into one big jam session.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah. So my goal is to eventually have those things all fused: the theater, the music, the film. You know what I'm saying? Seamlessly fused, and to eventually be in a situation where I'm primarily articulating my vision. You know what I'm saying?
On all different platforms.
Yeah, on all different platforms, and continuing to speak truth to power, and to be in a position to help other up and coming artists. You know what I'm saying? Especially with fiery voices, to help them get their voices out. You know what I'm saying? Because the times that we're living in is demanding.
Yes.
That we speak truth to power, and
you do what it is that your purpose is. And not just what the 9 to 5 is.
Exactly. So that's pretty much the goal, and to see how my children continue to grow up to be wonderful human beings who contribute something to humanity.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Absolutely.
Mr. Sonny.
So it's my turn.
He was so into what Bashi was saying.
That was really good. I'm not follow that. I would say like in 5 to 10 years, what I really want to do is definitely continue what I've been doing. I want to do what I say I'm going to do. Like, I want to be that person that does that. I want to be able to make quality music for sure. I definitely want to put out some albums. I guess 5 to 10 years from now, I definitely want to be like further in my career in terms of like where I perform and like I guess like what I do. I definitely want to be in acting by then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, actor too. I didn't do that enough by 20, so I'm definitely making up for it now.
Absolutely, yeah. So yeah, and yeah, I just want to be able to make quality music, and I definitely want Jeremiah's Car to be a label by there. And I say that all the time.
Okay, all right.
Absolutely, yeah. That's about it.
That's what's up. So I'm gonna throw this question out there, and so we don't have to do it at the end because it's always like a downer, and it makes everything so deep and stuff. But what advice would you give to your 17-year-old self?
Oh yeah. You first.
You knew it was coming, Sonny.
First of all, read. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for the disciplines that I chose, you know what I'm saying, for theater, film, you know what I'm saying, language-based arts, it's important to read, you know what I'm saying?
With a purpose and just in general.
Yeah.
That was the biggest, I wouldn't say mistake, but just being well-versed in everyday news and culture is so important, because you got to know what's going on now, not just studying what some dead man said.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you reading right now?
What am I reading right now? A whole bunch of things. I'm reading. I'm going back to. It's a book, Normal, by Porter Carl Harrison, and this came out, I think, like late 70s. One of his noteworthy plays is The Great Mac Daddy. I don't know if you're familiar with that one, but yeah. But anyway,
he's a title man. I can tell, like, titles get it draws a bit.
But that book, you know, primarily deals with the black aesthetic, and he's talking about black theater and the need. And he's talking about, you know, the need for black theater artists to break away from the Western aesthetic and to, you know, delve into our own history and style, our own aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? So basically reading that, and you know, different articles here and there. But you know what? It's interesting. When I started filmmaking, I got so much into editing. And that's, to me, that's like a whole nother language that I kind of like. I started reading less, so now I recently started, you know, reading more. You know,
the editing process, does that show you how a narrative can be formed creatively and then put out to the masses in a very irresponsible way in terms of changing what was into something totally different? Not saying that's what you did, but that's the part that people don't see when movies come out. That's the part that even when it's our movies, that's the part that people, like, the truth can be extracted very easily.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm real critical of especially like politically of certain films. And it's interesting how in a lot of films, whether it's The Butler or what have you, when they do portray black radicals, it's usually these shallow-minded, hot-headed anti-intellectuals. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I feel it's my duty to not just complain, you know what I'm saying, but to present an alternative, you know, to that. The other thing is that just like when you study theater in school, a lot of times they'll dismiss or overlook the Black Arts movement. And in cinema, there's a movement called the Third Cinema Movement, which came out of South America, Argentina, in late 60s, where they considered first cinema to be typical Hollywood, them controlling distribution, you know, usually depicting third world folk in a very, you know,
savagely.
Yeah, exactly. And then second cinema was considered like, you know, like French New Wave, director auteur, like, you know, the 70s film movement in the United States and all that, which were cool, but they still didn't address, you know, oppressed people. And so third cinema movement was cinema that was created by people of color, for people of color, with a clearly revolutionary perspective, and the way that the films were distributed was totally outside of the mainstream. So one of the films, Black Girl, Usman Sembane, he's considered like the father of African cinema. So that's another aesthetic that strongly influences me, that I want to that runs through my work, and hopefully will influence, you know, other folk. So with that said, as an artist, working with younger folk is extremely important, because that's how I, you know, learned my craft. You know, so I was, you know, had the honor of like working with Sharana Christmas for an organization called Dancing Many Drums. She changed it to New Generation, but we've traveled to like Cuba, Jamaica, Puerto Rico. I forgot how many places we traveled now, but basically study the African diaspora and the history of resistance in the African diaspora. So they go to these, so they do research on the country before they go to it, and then they go there, interact with folk in the community, and then they come home and then they create collective works using theater, film, poetry, whatever, that depicts their experiences and their research. You know, so I know I went off track. I forgot the question you asked me now, but
what advice would you give me to 17-year-old self? We were learning.
Oh, my bad. But yeah. So other than reading, you know, staying focused, and addressing one's physical and spiritual well-being and health is important, especially if you're going, you know, if you're an artist, because you're constantly giving energy to people. You know what I'm saying?
And how do you refuel?
So you have to refuel, and so it's important that you have outlets. You know what I'm saying? And it's important that, you know, your physical health is taken care of, eating right. You know what I'm saying? Being active. You know what I'm saying? And then having whatever your spiritual outlet is. You know,
and he's speaking from experience because he's an awesome vegan chef. I often say
I'm not vegan no more, but I still eat some vegan food.
But it was good. It made me want to eat it. That's that was shocking to me. It made me want to eat it. But, Sonny, you've had like 20 minutes. Think about your answer. You good?
But I would tell my 17-year-old self, man, I would say
Jersey born.
Yeah, Jersey born. I would say stay focused. If I knew then what I knew now, I would definitely say I would have focused way more on music. Like I was like back and forth. I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do at that age yet. But I would definitely focus more. So
was that more environmental or just your?
I feel like music was around me, and I feel like my best friends in the world were all playing music at the time. So like it really was just about the love of music at that point. It really wasn't about anything else. I felt like if I would have knew, like I said, if I knew then when I knew now, I would have definitely taken more seriously. Like I felt like I would have. Not to say I would have got on any faster because all these things take time. But I would say like it would. I guess the process would have happened a little faster than where it's at right now. Because if I was a little more focused, but there's really no. I don't regret anything because I'm happy that I'm at where I'm at right now with this amazing manager. You know, so I'm good where I'm at. But I would say like I would definitely try to be more focused.
I just need to say this, my manager, because everybody says this.
Listen, she like, wait a minute, don't do that. I was trying.
I'm gonna need for you to stand in line because again, I asked first. I was asking for this bed cable to the picture. Thank you very much. So I'm just saying to you. I'm just saying. But it both of you speak, and I always explain why I asked that question. Somebody asked me to do an interview on a radio show once, and I answered that question. Well, I was asked that question, and it threw me off because I was always told, don't look back, don't change time, because it was all living, it's all life experience. But it's always interesting to me when people answer that question, like you answered that question, and I look back and heard your response to it then, and even now, it just shows growth. Because then it was more so about, you know, your physical makeup. The first time you was on the show, now it's more so focusing on where you are, and it shows growth and who you are. And I'm always interested, especially somebody who is well versed as Bashi, like that was your issue at the time. Like it really shows how far you've come in terms of being your own person, and it just inspires me to really keep going and focusing on those things. And it sounds real cotton candy-ish, but it really is. Because I draw a lot of inspiration for the people that I ask to sit across from me at this table, because you don't know where people are. Confidence can make you look like $1 million, right? But if you really on the inside you're not focused and you're not there, it can really just derail everything that your image says you are. That's true. Moment somebody sits down and talks to you, like you know instantly, this ain't about nothing. Like I'm gonna just move on. I'm gonna keep going. You know, and it keeps people quiet because they know that about themselves, but they don't see an opportunity to grow from that. In terms of what you want to reach and how you want to be effective as an artist, what are some of the areas that you haven't touched yet that you want to touch?
That I haven't touched?
Like I know you said music is now coming more forefront. That shocked me. I want to see him playing drums one day.
Maybe you can go first on that.
Gotcha. So what parts of your, like, are there other areas of the arts that you want to like take part in that you haven't touched yet?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, acting, to reiterate on that, I would definitely want to do.
Is that something you tried before, or?
No, I never tried it before. I always thought I can do it because I can be like extremely animated, like on call. Like I can like you can just tell me to be animated, I can be animated.
And he loves to take pictures, so. So that's an area that you wanted. So what are you doing now to prepare yourself for that?
Honestly, working with her is like it kind of gives you like that edge. So now I know like to go about acting, I got to do certain things for me to get to that point. So like within my career right now, like hopefully when it gets there, like I'll be prepared like mentally, like not as well as physically obviously, but mentally like to be able to do what I'm supposed to do in terms of acting. Like,
and you live in an area where acting teachers come a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
So I would definitely just at least once a month or whenever you can sit in and take a one-on-one, and that'll really sharpen your tool because it'll prepare you for what you have to do. It's one thing to have the energy for it, but the skill set is definitely.
That I know, of course, I'm sure. So you think you might act the coach?
I'm just saying, I'm sending you an invoice.
Plug.
I get my money up front. I'm just saying. People cancel and stuff, but it's always that, because that's something that I learned. Like, you gotta. It's one thing to be naturally talented, and for a lot of us, we stop there. Like, I got this raw energy, and I'm about to just do it, and then you look a fool.
True.
Like, but just to study it, like try to study it. And I'm not saying go to a 4-year university or Juilliard or something, but just take a class, pop on a YouTube video or something, and try just learning what it is that you're doing. Reading is fun time. Right, there we go. Mr. Bashi?
I would say curating. So I
visual art?
Yeah, visual art. I would probably incorporate film and theater in it. Because I've been being commissioned consistently by Micah's graduate curating program, doing film work with them and doing consultation with them. And I'm like, whoa, I would definitely down the road see myself filling up a whole museum with some dope radical.
Hey, speaking of which,
you know what I'm saying?
A plug. Coming soon, January 2018. And
you see how they just turn it on?
Mini Hip Hop Museum. I am the executive assistant and curator of this project that we're working on. We're working on getting this up and running by January 2018. And coming, we're raising funds and we're working on getting everything together for that opening. Coming this Halloween, we are having a cipher for the youth, high school ages 14 to 17, down at the Sand Gallery at 823 East Baltimore Street. Come dressed as your favorite hip-hop artist. Come hop in the cipher. Bring a donation, whether it's vinyl, magazines, whatever hip-hop related that you have to come in. Either bring donations or bring $5 and make your way down and have some good, clean, fun hip-hop.
And that's the Sand Gallery.
That's at the Sand Gallery. But the museum is a separate entity from the Sand Gallery, but it's, it's all together. So yes.
So where's the museum going to be?
The museum is also going to be at 823 East Baltimore Street, but it's in another part of the building.
Okay.
So we're working on that.
So so the curating part for you, will it be something digital because you do video, or will it be, are we Bashi painting pictures or like?
No, I won't be painting. Maybe I will probably work with painters, but I would incorporate that movement, music,
so multimedia,
everything I love, man. Yeah. Yeah, because my first art as a child, my first art form was drawing.
Okay. So you draw too?
But I'm not nice with it. That's why I said I would get some folk, recruit some folk who are nice with it. Yeah.
Then you just call it abstract at that point. Surrealism. Not, that's a lot of people do that. I'm an abstract artist.
That's funny. When I first started doing the drums, that's what I was doing, quote unquote abstract.
Abstract.
You know how to finagle.
You know what that means?
Right.
What the hell I'm
I
doing?
don't follow your mechanism. I don't follow your time in the abstract.
That's gonna be the new thing. Any skill set that you don't have, you just add abstract in front of it. And then that's what you do. I'm an abstract football player. That's what I do. I don't always catch the ball, but that's not who does that anymore. Right. But we're coming to an end of an awesome conversation here on the Artist Exchange Radio Show. This is what I really love to do, because I like picking people's brains, because you walk past people who you never seen, won't ever see again, and you don't know what's on their mind. And it wasn't really, I met a man this summer, Anthony Williams. He's a homeless man who wrote about his story one winter on the streets as a homeless person, and he randomly walked past a theater company, and I mean, he was writing, but I don't think he thought about, and talking to me, he didn't think about this being something theatrical. He knew it would be bigger than him just writing it, but he randomly walked past a theater company and gave his journals. Nobody does that anymore. Just gave his journals to the theater and said, I just want to do this as a play. Wow. And then a couple months later, it became an actual play. And that's what I just see when people interact. Like, how many times have we passed a homeless person or just anybody on the street who we do what it is that they're dreaming of doing? And how many times I've seen Anthony several times. I've lived and worked in Mount Vernon, and I've seen this man, and I do theater. Why didn't I say, hey, how you doing one day? You know, why didn't that ever happen? And on the Artist Exchange, I want to create that environment of just, what if you stop the person that you walk past and just say hello, and you find out something about that person that you could use for your life and be able to give them something that they could use for their life? And that's kind of the atmosphere that I want to create here. I mean, there's a lot of laughs and jokes, but at the end of the day, I love talking to people about their passion and what they're passionate about. Right. So I'm going to ask everybody, what's your social media? How do people find you, send you checks, so on and so forth?
Facebook, Bashi Rose, BASHIROSE.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, that's what he write on his checks. That's what he write on his checks.
You got a check for me?
I mean, you got to roll for it. I'm just saying. That's we asked it today. But Mr. Sonny?
I was still trying to say his name. You said
Bashi Rose. Bashi Rose.
Bashi Rose.
Rose. R-O-S-E.
R-O-S-E, yeah.
There we go. Sorry.
Okay, so
we gonna innovate.
Dumarsais, SONNY _ Dumarsais, DUMARSAIS on Instagram, at Sonny Dumarsais on Twitter, at Sonny Dumarsais on Snapchat, and
he got good
Sonny
branding.
Dumarsais on Facebook too.
He got good branding. What can we expect tomorrow for your live show at the Arthur's Expo?
Well, I'm definitely gonna perform my first single
with the Whispers.
Yeah, with the Whispers in the band.
It's gonna tickle me if he's presumptive as the Whispers. I'm gonna laugh out loud.
I'm Sonny Dumarsais in the Whispers. Real low.
They gonna really be like, what?
Nah, that'd be crazy though. It sounds good.
So you're performing there. Are you opening up? Like, is it a certain time?
I think we going at 3. We're going at 3. Right? Yeah, we're going
okay,
at
so she put you dead in the middle. Okay,
yeah,
she
right there in the middle.
She know how to keep on. Miss NaTasha.
Yeah.
She thought she was gonna skip past this.
I'm good.
You gotta tell us.
I'm gonna be there tomorrow.
What's the name of the book?
I have 11 books, but my most recent is I've Seen the Whispers of the Snakes in the Grass.
And it's a movie coming soon.
Yes, Lord.
Because I'm an actor.
Yes, because he's an actor.
Right.
Yeah.
You have a whole production. You have your whole production.
Production.
Right.
Yeah. I'm ready.
Any events coming up, Bashi?
Events? No.
He just work. That's how much he works.
I'm working on. I'm working on a short film.
Okay.
You know
so real quick, tell us what the Real News Network is.
So the Real News Network, not-for-profit news organization. We're basically focused on telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? They don't take any. We don't take any corporate funding. You know what I'm saying? Basically, speak truth to power. There's a website called the Real News Network. And then there are different shows under the umbrella of the Real News Network. For example, The Whole Bushel, a show that I edit, is hosted by Easy Jackson, where he has guest artists come on, eat crabs, and perform. I also work on...
I like crabs, too.
Yeah. Eddie Conway's show, Rattling the Bars, which deals with the prison industrial complex. So those are just 2 of the shows. There are, a number of other good shows.
And you do a lot of the filming there.
Yeah, a lot of filming and editing. Yeah.
That's what's up. So when will we see your next movie or next play and such?
It'll probably, the next short film will probably be out probably like by next year. Gradually, I started shooting it. It's just taking time to tweak it, and now I gotta get the actors together, get the money together.
I'm an actor. You know how he did that simultaneously. He did that simultaneously. Money, actors, get it, actor. But that's why you bring on certain faces, because they bring the money into the room.
Okay, I got you.
But I'm gonna look for the money for you. I'm gonna look for it for you. I'm gonna definitely look for it. Any last words? Anything you want to leave the audience with, Mr. Sonny Dumarsais? What do you want?
My single "Pick Up the Call" are available on all platforms. That includes Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, basically everywhere you get music. Please pick it up, and I hope they y'all can play it one more time before we go too.
There we go.
Oh, just for y'all, you can follow me on Instagram at King HullyWood, and also on the 29th of this month, I'm being honored by Vital Magazine. So if you like to come out, we can have it's a big networking event. You can have nonprofits, entrepreneurs, business owners, designers, investors, artists, and also if you're a vendor, you would like to attend, just hit me up.
That's dope.
It's going to be at the SNS Lounge as well, and it's kid friendly. So
and it's food because I saw that on the flyer.
Okay.
And
it's giveaways, trips too.
November 11th, Appreciate the Arts presents The Art of Hue, which is a networking event for artists. We are looking for body painters. We're looking for entertainers. Please hit us up on Facebook, Appreciate the Arts, on Instagram at appreciate_the_arts. You can email us at atabaltimore@gmail.com. If you're interested in body painting or bringing art or performing, please hit us up and let us know what you're interested in doing.
And Sonny just gave me the church finger, so that means he had something else to say.
Church finger. I forgot something. I'm about to say and just to be formal with it, we're performing tomorrow at the Morgan State University's African American Authors
and Empowerment Expo.
Yeah,
it's not that easy to remember.
But yeah, we're going to be performing there tomorrow at 3 o'clock, so please check us out, as well as get the single. Let me say that one more time. That's
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I just want to say thank y'all for having me on the show. This was real dope.
I mean, I got celebrities in the building. Thank you for coming. It's always my pleasure. But I'll leave you with this. Today and the last 2 days have shown me that if you step out on faith, anything is possible.
Sure.
Anything is possible. I spent my last getting to a meeting today for that person at the meeting to bless me financially. And it was crazy because I was like, I'm gonna just call it the line coming because I don't really. But I stepped out. I stepped out. I went. And I got blessed from that. So another play directed by myself, I'll get a chance to direct, so I'll be doing that shortly. And just meeting people, phone calls, when you least expect it. Just keep going. Like, it's this meme that I keep sharing. It's a image of God giving this young lady. He has a big teddy bear behind his back. And he's just asking her for that small one that she has. And it means, so I look at it every morning before I leave out because it keeps me humble and grateful for all the blessings that I get. And I don't stay stuck with stuff anymore. I don't hold on to stuff anymore. It's stuff like that is not important to me anymore. It's just doing and staying in my lane and staying focused on what it is that I know I'm here to do. And we don't have the whole plan, but we got the little pieces. So just keep moving forward, and you never know what may happen or who may call or who may bless you or what opportunities that you may get as a result of just staying focused and just moving forward.
And I'm as far as stuff going, I would even say stuff is as far as emotionally resentment and that sort of thing, because I had this big something I talked about, like I have to work my problems out with people. I'm confrontational and not confrontational, but I have to address my issues. That's the only way I'm gonna get past it. And something happened some months ago, and I addressed the issue the other night, and we resolved it. And I had a gift for him, and he's like, "How can you find it in your heart to even want to give me anything if I made you feel that way?" Because I know not to hold on. I'm not trying to be a sourpuss. I got stuff to do. I'm not holding on to, and I needed to let that go, so I did. Don't hold on to the negativity. Don't hold on. It holds you back. It breaks you down. You can't advance holding on to all of that baggage.
And nothing else left to be said. Thank you all for tuning in, staying grateful and so blessed to be able to have you all here today. Thank you again. This has been another edition of the Artist Exchange. Tomorrow we'll be live at the African American Authors and Empowerment Expo from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Woo. So come on out, Morgan State University's campus and the Student Center. Thank you all. Good night. Next up, It Is What It Is radio show.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Ladies, are you in need of the best quality hair extensions, a cute outfit, or that perfect pair of